You better get ready to vote. But it's all called draining the swamp, and we are doing it faster than anyone ever thought possible. Very proud of it. And around the world, America is respected again because we are finally putting America first. Been a long time. Our economy is now the hottest anywhere on the planet Earth. Just this morning, we learned that the GDP smashed expectations with the economy growing at an annual rate of 3.2% in the first quarter. Always the worst quarter for whatever reason. 3.2. And if we kept the same interest rates and the same quantitative easing that the previous administration had, that 3.2 would have been much higher than that, but they hadn't hit these numbers in 16 years. We had a tremendous increase in inventory investment. You know what that means? And listen to this, a very big increase in net exports. Isn't it about time? Isn't that nice? We've added almost 6 million jobs since my election. And if I would have said that during the campaign, all of those people back there, we call them the fake news, they wouldn't have believed it. They're fake. They're fake. Blue-collar jobs recently grew at the fastest rate in more than 3 decades. Nearly 5 million Americans have been lifted off of food stamps since our election. Wages are rising fast, and the lowest paid workers are making the biggest percentage gains of all, and that's nice to hear. It's about time. Unemployment recently achieved its lowest rate in 51 years, and very shortly, it should be its lowest rate in the history of our country. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American have reached the lowest levels of unemployment in our history. America's future has never been brighter, and yet Democrats have never been angrier, especially now that their collusion delusion has been exposed to the world as a complete and total fraud. It's been the greatest political hoax ever in our country. Instead of working with us to rebuild our infrastructure, lower drug prices, which, by the way, this year, for the first time in 50 years, drug prices went down. They're going to go down a lot lower. And instead of working with us to fix our trade deals, which I'm doing without them, and continue creating millions and millions of new jobs, which we're doing at a level that people have not seen before, that people don't even believe. Democrats are obsessed with hoaxes, delusions, and witch hunts. That's what they're obsessed with. That's what they want to do. And we can play the game just as well or better than they do. Far-left radicals in Congress want to take away your voice, your jobs, your rights, and they especially want to take away your guns. You know that. They want to take away your guns. You better get out there and vote. You better get out there and vote. It seems like it's a long ways away. It's not. I was saying to Melania, a great first lady, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Melania. I remember standing 2.5 years ago in the same hallway where Abraham Lincoln and so many others have stood. My first night in the White House. And I said to Melania, I said, this is incredible. And 4 years seemed so long away. And now here we are. We're getting ready to start up the campaign again. Start up the campaign again. I never want to do anything with MAGA because MAGA country and MAGA, Make America Great Again, has been great. But we've really made it great. We've made it great. We brought it back. And we're thinking about slogan, Keep America Great, because you have socialists and far-left Democrats that want to destroy everything that we've done. Your 401ks are going through the roof. Your stock market since the election has hit a record high. Almost 100 different records I've broken. Record high. But everyone's like a genius now. They buy stock and they're all up. Everybody's benefiting and jobs are benefiting. But it can all be taken away when you start putting the wrong people in office. We've cut regulations more than any president in the history of our country. And that's in 2 years. In 2 years, we did more to regulation. Think of that, than any president in the history of our country. It's one of the reasons our jobs are booming, one of the reasons the economy is booming. We gave you the largest tax cut in the history of our country, the biggest ever. And we got Anwar approved. And we got the individual mandate, the absolute worst part of Obamacare, eliminated. Now we're going for the rest. And we had it done except for one vote. You know what I'm talking about. One vote. In recent days, leading Democrats have proposed banning new guns and confiscating existing guns from law-abiding citizens. What they don't tell you is the bad guys aren't giving up their guns. And you're not going to be giving up your guns either. At the same time, House Democrats recently voted against notifying ICE, these brave, great, talented, brilliant patriots, when an illegal alien attempts to buy a gun, which is a felony. Democrats also support sanctuary cities that release thousands of dangerous criminal aliens onto our streets. In fact, they like the criminal aliens and aliens so much that when we're forced to release them into our country because of the horrible immigration laws that the Democrats refuse to give us the votes, we need some of their votes to change, we give them as many as they can handle.